Yeah, very often when we choose to use plant medicine, when we go into ceremonies, or when we start any other kind of a journey of awakening or expanding consciousness or becoming more spiritual or, just being curious, when we notice there's so much more out there, or when we decide just simply to go on our own psycho-spiritual healing journey. One of the very big aspects and facts which is happening is that we become more sensitive, and how this becoming more sensitive ripples out in so many areas in our life, where of course in many ways there's more ease and more love and more beauty and more connection and more sensuality and more attunement and finding out more about life and nature of life and true nature and about so many things. They are immediately rewarding, let's say. But on the other side, also, there can be so many challenges, when we become more sensitive and maybe, our partners, our friends, our family, they are maybe not on this journey. This might cause frictions and this might cause confusion, when you feel in a way or perceive in a way life like maybe your surrounding does not, because you become more sensitive, and maybe you see the value and you understand, maybe you can see that this sensitivity or becoming to feel more or to see more clear, consciousness is expanding. You can see that as a value, but living in a world where maybe other people are still shut down and still numbing and still distracting, it's very hard to allow the sensitivity to flower, So it's very, very supportive if you have friends or people or a community where you can reach out and it's normal on the path of healing and awakening and expanding consciousness, um, that it's normal that there's a sensitivity, which also can be very challenging because sometimes it just feels all too much. If if the sense of time and space is shifting and changing, when there are more dimensions unfolding, and of course, you have your life and you want to live your physically life as who you are in your full potential. You want to enjoy, want to have fun, you want to follow your career or your job or whatever you love to do. You want to enjoy love, you want to enjoy relationships, all of that. And there's something happening where something opens up and you start to feel and sense more and more. Easily, you can shut it down, you can push it down. Not sure if easily, but there is the choice to shut it down, to numb. Many people who are sensitive, they 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 have addictions, they are distracting a lot. Maybe sensitive people are exactly the people who are diagnosed, with certain things like ADHS or something like that, because being sensitive and staying in the sensitivity, it's very, very hard in most of the times in the societies where we live around the world. Um, and very quickly, other people are overwhelmed by that. And most of our work environments are not made, or there's not the space to be sensitive and to fine tune. You need to adjust, you need to adapt, you need to function, you need to follow what someone tells you. Don't look too deep in it, don't fine tune too much, put your emotions by side. This is something you have to do, you know, like all these things. I don't need to go in detail for that, but there are a lot of challenges when we get more sensitive, because this sensitivity maybe connects us to higher intelligences, maybe connects us to God or to other spirits or to other realms of consciousness, however you want to to name it or to however you want to point out to it. But also it connects us more and more to who we are, more to more, who am I, which emotions and feelings I suppressed and I learned to numb. And when all of that comes to the surface, there are several challenges. So I want to talk about how to feel safe with being sensitive.